Hello YouTube and fellow Wasteland Wanderers, welcome back to The Bigger Pixel, your source for weekly Fallout 4 content. In today's video we're going to be responding to a request we had after our lockpicking video. We're going to take a closer look at the hacking minigame in Fallout 4, and I'm going to show you my approach to it and some tips that maybe you didn't know. Hopefully they'll help you out. So right here we're looking at a terminal that we built ourselves in Sanctuary just for sake of convenience for us here, and it is a master level lock, so has, I believe, 9 characters for any viable password. Hopefully you know how the minigame itself works, which is that you want to pick a password, start off with any one randomly. Basically, you might as well just pick the first one, and then it's going to tell you the number of likenesses you have, and that corresponds to how many characters in the password you picked are in the same exact place, that are correct and are in the same exact place in the target password. So using that, you have to look through and read each password and compare them. That's the overall idea of the game, but what I'm trying to highlight here is that you actually have some other options that can make things easier. For example, I just highlighted these brackets here, and what it did is it removed one of the incorrect passwords. You can see that displayed on the screen where it says "dud removed." Now these will appear in all terminals between the possible passwords, between the actual words. If you look closely throughout those strings, they're not just random characters that are just there to distract you. What you need to look for is a pair of matching brackets somewhere in the list, anywhere, and it can be any kind of brackets. It can be the curved parentheses, or it can be the hard brackets, but as long as it's a starting bracket and a closing bracket that are of the same kind on the same line. And you'll see that there'll probably be some other characters in between those two brackets as well. But as long as you scroll over and highlight that first bracket, that's when it's going to highlight the entire string, and you'll know that by clicking on it, you're going to get one of 2 rewards. Most likely, it's just going to remove one of the dud passwords. It's going to remove one of the incorrect answers off of the screen from you. But there is a chance that we'll also restore your entire guesses. So if you'd already guessed 3 times and then you do this because you can't figure out what the password is, you find what, scroll around, look through, and find one of these brackets, click on it, and you'll get 4 fresh tries to start again. Doing this will really speed up and reduce the time it takes for you to hack terminals. Now what we've done just here, to make a point, is we've just taken some berry mentats. That's why you can see some highlighted creatures in the background there. But berry mentats increases your intelligence by 5, and this is really important because boosting intelligence makes hacking terminals much easier. And there's a number of ways you can do it. Berry mentats increase it by 5, but you could wear the Vault-Tec lab coat, that gives you +2 intelligence. You could wear the Ushanka hat, that gives you another intelligence. You could use regular mentats on top of that, that's another 2 intelligence. But as you can see here, when we entered the terminal initially, because our intelligence was increased, the total number of possible passwords was automatically reduced. So popping mentats or wearing relevant gear can also cut down on your time in hacking quite a bit. So that's pretty much it. The tips are: boost your intelligence before hacking, and search for closed bracket strings with matching brackets that will remove dud passwords and restore your guess attempts. If you keep both of these things in mind, then I guarantee you hacking in Fallout 4 will be an absolute breeze. So thanks once again for tuning in to The Bigger Pixel with me, your host, the Gaming Mandroid. And stay tuned next week for our up-and-coming build, the Black Widow, a stealth-based build that's going to be using hacking skills like these quite a lot. And again, if you liked this video, if you enjoyed it, if you want to see more Fallout 4 content, please do take a second and leave a like, maybe subscribe to the channel, share this video to anyone you know who might want to see it. That really helps us out a lot. So thanks again for tuning into The Bigger Pixel, and I will see you next week.